Hi everybody, if you're new to my channel, I'm Lori and welcome to So, as you can tell by the title, we are reading Eclipse. Or I should say, I'm reading Eclipse. You guys are going to hear me talk about it and complain about it because already I got a lot of yellows. Turn it that way. Yellows already. Look at all the yellows. I think every single thing but one thing is yellow. Yeah. I don't like this at all so far. I just started. I'm on like page 60. I just read up to 64. I'm getting ready to read 65. I don't like the way that Edward talks about Jacob and wolves in general. That pisses me off. Very racist. That part. But then he's so controlling, like won't let Bella see Jacob. I'd be telling him, you know what? I can see him if I want. I'm 18. We're not married yet. We're just dating. That's it. You know? But he... Ugh. Yeah. Just... Yeah. And I don't get why she wants to be with Edward. Is it just because he's good looking? That's what I think. She seems like she's the happiest when she's with Jacob. And then I know what's going to happen later on in the book with her and Jacob. What Jacob tries to do. And that makes me mad because in the first two books, Jacob wouldn't have done anything like that. Especially the first book and the second part of the second book. Up until the last, like, 100 pages or so of New Moon. No. Jacob would not have done what he does later on in this book. I don't like that Stephenie Meyer, the author, is doing that. Like, ugh. Makes me mad, very mad. But it just got to the part where they're getting ready to go to Bella's mom's. That's where I'm at now. Yeah. Making me very, 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 very pissed already. And I'm only 64 pages in. So I can tell this is going to be one hell of a ride. And I'm so afraid to, if this one gets like a 2 or a 3, I'm so afraid to read Breaking Dawn because I know that's a lot of people's, like, least favorite. So, I'm really scared. Scared to read these last two, but I am bound and determined to read this one and Breaking Dawn to actually say that I read Breaking Dawn because, like I said, I never read it. This one, I think I read most of it, and then I found out a few spoilers about Breaking Dawn, and then I was like, forget it, I'm not even going to read this because I know I don't want to read stupid Breaking Dawn. But this time, I do want to read it because I want to see what I think about it. But I'm nervous, very, very nervous. But yeah, I'm gonna take a break because I've been reading a lot today. I read like 30 pages in this one, I think. 36 pages in this one. I know this ain't a vlog for this one, but I figured I'd share. And I read a chapter in this one. So I've read over 100 pages, so I'm going to take a break. I'm going to play some Animal Crossing, and then I will read some more of this later, and I'll let you know what I'm thinking when I get further in. I'm going to try to get to maybe 120 to 150 before I update you, so if I get to that today, I'll update you guys. Otherwise, I'll update you guys whatever day I get up to about 150. I'll talk to you guys all later. Hi everybody, so I read some more in Eclipse. I'm on now page 131, chapter 6. Still got a while to go because there's like over 600 pages, but I'm getting there. Still not loving it too much. You can tell that there's a lot of still mostly yellows there. There's an orange because I thought this part was funny. She says, see, I explain I don't care who's a vampire and who's a werewolf. That's irrelevant. You are Jacob and he is Edward now, and I am Bella, and nothing else matters. And he says, and then it says, his eyes narrowed slightly. But I'm a werewolf, he said unwillingly, and he's a vampire, he added with obvious revulsion, how you say that word? And then Bella says, I'm a Virgo. I do like that. That's one thing she said that cracked me up. But a lot of this is just so, yeah. And they mentioned imprint for the first time. And what else? I forgot what that one is. I don't remember what that one was for. But I'm trying to find. Nope. Trying to find the one with the mom. The mom was actually starting to like be smart. And then of course Bella says something, of course the mom then is like, clueless again. But she said something that is very true. She said, I feel like I don't really understand your relationship, like there's some secret I'm missing. And then the mom says, it's just not him. I wish you could see how you move around him. And then Bella says, what do you mean? The mom says, the way you move, you orient yourself around him without even thinking about it. When he moves even a little bit, you adjust your position at the same time, like magnets or gravity. You're like a satellite or something. I've never seen anything like it. And then she goes to her mom. You've been reading mysteries again. Or science fiction this time. And then Renee, which is her mom, gets all embarrassed and says, that's beside the point. And then Bella says, found anything good? Well, there's this one. And then she says to her mom, you should stick to romance. You know how you freak yourself out. And then the mom's like, I'm being silly, aren't I? And then she gets stupid. But there for a minute, the mom was actually seeing something. The first one. Yeah. And then there was a part where Charlie was trying to talk about being safe and sex and stuff like that. And I was cracking up. Oh boy, it was so embarrassing. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys go, and I will update you guys if I read any tomorrow. Because it is almost midnight here, and I am exhausted. And fireworks are still going on outside. But I'll talk to you guys in the AM. Or the afternoon, whichever the case may be tomorrow. Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I didn't update you guys at all yesterday, but I didn't read anything on Sunday. Well, technically I did because it's like, it's just a little after 12. I think it's like 12:35, 12:36, so close on Monday morning. So I actually did start reading a little bit before 12, but not enough to update you guys. So I'm on 172. Still not liking the book as much as New Moon. I still think out of the two that I read and the start of this one that, sorry, my eye is itching, is that number 2, New Moon. I don't know. Like, yeah. I got tabs. I don't know how to feel about this book. I don't know if I'm like if it's gonna be my least favorite. I don't know. I just know it's not like one of my favorites, so I think it might be maybe a 2.5, 3-star. We'll see how it feels when I get further in. But I know pretty soon we'll get to the part where Jacob is, is being stupid. So, but right now everybody's being stupid. I feel I'm starting to like Rosalind. Is that or Rosalie? Is it Rosalie or Rosalind? I think it's Rosalind. I'm starting to like her, and when she told her story about like what happened to cause that Carlisle turned her into a vampire, like her life before that. You knew she was like, she was spoiled and stuff like that, but she was also very naive and things, and it's just sad that what happened to her. Spoiler alert. So she was engaged to this guy, and she was walking home, and basically the guy and some of his friends raped and left her for dead. And Carlisle knew her because her family's really rich and stuff, and he turned her. So yeah, just really sad, her life. But it's also makes you understand her a little bit more. So, because she's trying to let Bella know, like, why she thinks that Bella should stay human and not become a vampire. But yeah, but we got to the part, we already got to the part with like where she was gonna go and see Jacob, and they basically, well, they kidnapped her. You know what I mean? Alice did. And then I just got to the part where they were at school, and Jacob came, and she got on the motorcycle with him and took off. And that's where I'm at. So yeah, but that is it. But I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna play Animal Crossing probably until like 1:15, and then go to bed. I want to go into the water and see if there's any new kind of creatures to catch. So I'm going to do that for about a half hour and then hit the hay. I'll talk to you guys all if I read anything else today. Bye for now. Hi everybody. Sorry I haven't updated you guys since like the 6th, I think. And today's the 9th. So yeah, it's been a few days. I just haven't really had time to read, but today I have actually had time. So I've been reading another book that I'm currently in the middle of, and I started reading this again. So now I stopped on chapter 12, which is page 267. So I read this much so far, and I still have, of course, a whole bunch to go. They were basically Edward and Jacob kind of made like a truce for right this second, because someone is like stalking Bella or something, like stealing her, like they were stealing some of her stuff, and they were in her room, and yeah, things like that. So Jacob and Edward kind of made a truce, and Edward relaxed his restrictions with Bella, with her being around Jacob. What else? They talked about imprint again, and I forget what his name is. Is it Quell? I forget which one it is, but one of them is like imprinted with this one, with this 2-year-old girl. So of course, you guys know from, spoiler alert if you haven't read Breaking Dawn. I haven't read it, but I know because of, I was spoiled on, way back. But as we know, of course, in Breaking Dawn, that Jacob gets imprinted with Bella and Edward's daughter. So I guess that's a thing, kind of like something that you should have like been curious about. the first time you ever read the book. So yeah, because you should have figured out that it was pointed like that for a reason. So yeah, and then they were talking about like basically like how they became or how how they became werewolves, like I mean, or how they're able to what's that word? Like when you transform into the other one, I forget what it's called. And that happens, you know, when they're how they can be human but yet share shapeshift. That's it. Basically, how shapeshifting came about for them, and the werewolves, and also how the werewolves and the vampires became enemies. So they did that story, and that's it right now. Now we're on, like I said, chapter 12, which is time, and yeah, I don't know. But I'm gonna hate pretty soon, because I know pretty soon is gonna be where Jacob comes on. I mean, you know, won't quit kissing Bella when she tells him that she, you know, doesn't want to be kissed by him and stuff. Which pisses me off, because Jacob wouldn't have done that in the prior book. Yeah, so not till the end of the prior one. He probably would have at the end of the prior one, but the first book of and most of the second book, Jacob was a cinnamon roll. He was so sweet and everything. So that's what I think one of the reasons why I don't like this book so much, is because of the way, like I said, the way that she winds up making Jacob be. Yeah. So it just kind of makes me upset, and I just get tired, like, when like Edward calls like Jacob a dog, but then again Jacob calls him, you know, words too, some things that I don't like, but I can't think of right now. But both of them are like, yeah. In this book, like, both of the guys are like giving me whiplash the way they act. Now Edward's supposedly the more relaxing one, or you know, the one that's like being nice and everything, and now they're turning the roles, and Jacob's being a jerk, which makes me mad, like I said, because that is not Jacob. So yeah, I'm hoping to be done with this by like at least Monday or Tuesday, because I really need to read Breaking Dawn. I think the live show for both of these, Eclipse and Breaking Dawn, is the 24th of this month. I think. I gotta double check. But I know I put the, like, I saved it, because they have it. You could, you know, do a reminder. Excuse me. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm exhausted. I'm just still trying to get, because yesterday I didn't read anything, because yesterday was Robin and Hannah's graduation, so it was just really tiring yesterday, and then I had trouble sleeping because the cat got into my room, and he was like jumping on me and messing with my feet, and he was messing with Callie and Rowan, and yeah. And then he left our room and my room, and then he went into where my mom and my niece are sleeping and messed with them. That cat is something else, so yeah. But I'm going to let you guys go. I don't know if I'm going to read any more tonight. I might try to read maybe 1 or 2 more chapters, but I don't know. I really, really don't know. But I'm going to let you guys go. If I do wind up reading enough tonight to talk to you guys about it, I will. Otherwise, hopefully I will actually read something tomorrow, because I'm still kind of in that mood where I kind of want to read, but yet I don't want to read at the same time, so we'll see. I'm just playing it by ear. I'm still only at finish of 2 books. That's all I finished so far was 2 books, so if I could get this one and Breaking Dawn done, and I'm reading Survivor Song, that's the other book I'm reading. If I could get Survivor Song done, this done, and like I said, Breaking Dawn, even if it's only 5 books that I read this month, at least 2 of them are big, because all the other books I've read has been under 400 pages, so this is my biggest book so far that I'm reading this month. And then, of course, Breaking Dawn is like way over 700 pages, so yeah. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to let you guys go, and I will jibber jab with you guys all either tonight or maybe tomorrow. Bye. Hi, everybody. So it is Saturday, like 12, almost 12:30 in the morning. So I'm going to be going to bed here in a minute. But I wanted to update you guys. I did read some more in Eclipse. I'm on 365, I believe. Yeah, I was doing reading sprints earlier, so that was from that. But anyways, I'm on 365, chapter 17, The Alliance. So we had, I always forget his name. Which one is it? The one that's with, the Jasper? I always forget which one is with Alice. I always forget if it's Jasper or the other one. I suck at remembering names. You guys should know that. Don't remember which one is which one. Jasper, I think. Yeah, Jasper. Okay, it's Jasper. He was talking about how he became a vampire. He was talking about like new, like baby vampires, like when they first become vampires and stuff like that. And then, like as you guys know, someone is stalking Bella and like taking clothes and stuff from her, and Bella figured out that it's a vampire but not just one vampire, but but also a baby vampire, because baby vampires are really strong and stuff like that. So she figured that out. And what else happened? Of course, Jacob kissed her, and it wasn't like, she didn't even give him permission to kiss her, and she punched him, and of course she didn't hurt him at all. She wound up hurting her hand, and of course got mad at him, and yeah. And then maybe mad Charlie, because he was happy that Jacob kissed her. But I did like that later on he was telling her, Charlie was telling her next time to make sure she has her finger in her fist or whatever it is. So I guess she had it out or something, and he told her to like punch like that, or however you're supposed to punch. And yeah, and now we're getting to the alliance part. So that's all that's happened so far. Now I like it a little bit more than I did. It still feels like it's gonna be like a 2.5, 3-star read. Like the first one I gave a 4-star, I believe. No, I gave it 3-star. Did I give it the 3-star, the first one? The second one I think was my favorite so far. So yeah, New Moon is my favorite. So I think I gave Twilight 3. New Moon 4. This one feels like it's going to be another 3, probably. 2.5, 3. We shall see. I still got a while to go because there's 620 something pages. Sorry, my stomach is growling for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, there's 629 pages. So, I'm a little over halfway done, so hopefully I'll be done with this in the next few days. Who knows? It just seems like it's taking me forever because I only read mostly at nighttime. So I only get maybe 50 to 100 pages in, so I don't know. We'll see if I get done in plenty of time to start Breaking Dawn. Yeah. Or then I can finally finish the series. But, yeah. But I'm going to let you guys go because it is almost 12:30 and I need to get a little bit of sleep. So, yeah, I think I might in the morning make this a part 2, and in the morning, like when I wake up and I do another vlog, I might start another one. I mean, I might start part 2, make this a part 2, or I might maybe read like 2 or 3 more chapters and then end it on part 1 and do a part 2 like last time. We shall see, because I don't want to make it too long, because then you get bored. So probably what I'm going to do. I might do a couple more chapters and then wrap part 1 up, and then, yeah, start with part 2. But yeah, I'm going to let you guys go. Excuse me. And I will talk to you tomorrow if I read anything, or later today if I read anything. Hi everybody, so I read some more. I'm probably just going to continue this vlog even if it's like an hour, just because I'm almost done. Like, I still have over 100 pages, don't get me wrong, I'm on 434. But I think after I update you this time, I won't update you again until I'm done. So, we got, already, I'm at the part, well, I'm past the part where, like, the werewolves and the vampires decided to, that they're going to work together. That's where I'm at. Well, a little bit after that. Now we're on Compromise, which is page 434. I'm still not sure how I feel about this book. It feels like a 2.5. I'm not really sure. Like, I don't know what it is. I just, like, I don't know why I don't like this book. Like, compared to the other ones, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't really like any of the characters anymore. I don't like how, maybe it's because I love Jacob so much in the first 2, and in this one, it just seems like he's a totally different character. I don't know. I don't know what it is, you guys. I don't know what is going on with me with this book. And yeah, I mean, I like it enough that I want to continue on. Plus, I want to read Breaking Dawn. See how I feel about that one. But yeah, I just don't like the way they talk to each other in this book. I think that's a lot of my problem, is the way people talk to one another in the book. Like, the werewolves and the vampires. Like, I don't know. And I think I get frustrated because I feel like Stephenie Myers wants you to hate Jacob. And I don't like that feeling that she's, like, doing all this stuff just for you to hate him. Or you know, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I just have a lot of, like, anger for, with this author for this book. Like, Jacob from the first 2 books would not act like this. Like, it just makes me mad because I love Jacob so much, but in this book it's like, I want to shake him. And then it's kind of like she wants you to, she's making Edward like the really agreeable one. I don't know. Like, it's like she flipped them all of a sudden. That's, yeah. I don't know. I just like having a lot of like thoughts about her and what she, how she changed Jacob's character so much. And I don't like Bella. Like, she's so selfish and I think if I had to choose, I like the guys better than Bella. And yeah, it's just, and I don't like the way like she describes the werewolves. I don't know. And she's making what's her name? Is it Lee? The one werewolf so mean and vendetta. How is that word? I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I just have a lot of like thoughts that I don't even know how to explain them right. So yeah, but I have like 100 and probably, I'm not even sure. I can't subtract today, so I don't know. I suck at subtracting. I'll cheat. I'm gonna cheat. You guys probably already know what I have left, but I'm gonna cheat. If I can get my calculator out, I'm gonna cheat. I'll tell you how many pages I have. I have 195 pages to go. So I think I will update you guys whenever I finish the book. Or when I'm really close to finishing the book. Yeah, one or the other. Maybe right before the home stretch, I'll update you guys. But I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to listen to some music and read for like another 20 minutes or so and then go start dinner. So, yeah. I don't know if I'll finish this today. But if I do, I will update you guys. Otherwise, I might still update you guys if I do, as long as I read some more. We'll see. But I'll talk to you guys all later. Hi, everybody. I finished it. If I can talk. 2.5. Sorry if people love Eclipse, but I didn't like it, you guys. I'm probably going to give it a 2 on Goodreads because it's like a low 2.5, not a high 2.5. I don't know, you guys. Like, I just don't like to me, like, Bella, oh, you know, she ain't in love with Jacob. Then she's in love with Jacob. Then she's not sure who she's going to pick. Then she decides to stay with, she gets Jacob's, like, to me, it was like she was, like, giving Jacob such a, you know, like a reason to be, like, very, what's that word? She's just, like, really, what you call it to me, she's just, it was like she gave him, like, a second that glimpse of maybe that he would be able, that she would choose him and not Edward, and then all of a sudden, she's like, I'm gonna be with Edward. I don't get it. I really, really don't, you guys. I just don't understand her. I don't know. You know, and even she admits it. And then I almost started crying with poor Jacob. He says a couple of, which I agree with. He said, you know what the worst part is? Knowing what would have been. And she said, what might have been. He said, no. Exactly right for you, Bella. It would have been effortless for us, comfortable, easy as breathing. I was a natural part. Your life would have taken. He stared into space for a moment, and I waited. If the world was the way it was supposed to be, if there was no monsters and no magic. And then there's a part where it says, 2 futures, 2 soulmates, too much for one person, and it's unfair that I wouldn't be the only one to pay for it. Jacob's pain seemed too high of a price. Cringing at the thought of the price, I wonder if I would have wavered if I hadn't lost Edward once. She's talking about, and then he says to her, which I agree, he says, he's like a drug for you, Bella. I see that you can't live without him now. It's too late. But I would have been healthier for you, not a drug. I would have had been the air, the sun. And she said to him, I used to think of you that way, you know, like the sun, my personal sun. You balanced out the clouds nicely for me. And then he signs, the clouds I could handle, but I can't fight with an eclipse. And then he asks what the worst part is for her. And she says, the worst part at first she didn't want to say because of, being hurt him, but then she did it, and she said the worst part is that I saw the whole thing, our whole life, and I wanted it bad, Jake. I wanted it all. I wanted to stay right here and never move. I want to love you and make you happy, and I can't, and it's killing me. It's like Sam and Emily, Jake. I never had a choice. I always knew nothing would change. Maybe that's why I was fighting against you so hard. But yeah, I just wish she would make up her, like she wouldn't even gave him like any hope at all, She gave him that little bit, and then it just makes me mad. And that was my last tab, actually. So yeah, I'm done with it. In one video, you guys. I didn't have to do a part 2 for that one. No, the second one, the last one, I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of villains, so I'm sure there might be 2 or 3 parts in the next one. But yeah, definitely, I was just too mad at Bella in this one. And I just don't like the way that they, like, call, Jacob Mongol and stuff like that. I don't like that. I mean, I know Jacob says some stuff like bloodsuckers and, and certain things that, that might be offensive, but what they say about him, like just werewolves in general, just, yeah. And just the way that the werewolves are described just makes me upset, like, yeah. So this is my least favorite. I think I gave, like, the Twilight like a 3.5 or a, 3.5, I think, but I gave it a 3 on Goodreads, if I'm not mistaken. I gave New Moon, I think, a 4, I think. And this one a 2.5, but a 2 on, well, I haven't put it up on Goodreads yet, but it's going to be a 2 on Goodreads. So, yeah. So now we got to see how Breaking Dawn goes. But I don't know, I think I'm going to take a couple of days break from reading Vampire book, and I think I'm going to read something else, and then I think Monday or Tuesday I will start Breaking Dawn. I think the live show's on the 24th, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to see what the 24th is on. Let's see. The 24th is a week from this coming Friday. So, and the 20th is when the reading rush starts. So if I start the book Monday, it'd give me a week to finish, 6 days to finish it. 5 days if I started on Tuesday. So this one took me forever to read because I started this on the 4th. And I finished it today. So it took me a whole week to finish this book. But yeah. But that is it, you guys. That is it for Eclipse. I hope it wasn't too boring of a vlog for you. But I'm going to let you guys go. And like I said, in a few days, we will start the journey of Breaking Dawn. Unless I decide to start it tomorrow. We'll see. But I love you guys all as a friend, and if you guys stayed to watch this whole thing, thank you so much. And I will catch you guys later. Bye for now.